Hey,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good.
That's great. Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Hey, it's Sports Guy Talk here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to do a preview video with my lovely daughter. You want to say hi to YouTube?
Hi.
There you go. So today we are going to make a prediction for each team of each round and see how we do. Thumbs up. All right. Starting with the first matchup with the best team in the league, the Boston Bruins taking on the Florida Panthers. Oh, you're going to point them out? So the Boston Bruins have the best record in the season.
Best record in the season?
Yep, they did. They're taking on the number one wild card, which are the Florida Panthers. These teams actually split their season series 2-2. With respect to the Panthers, they actually won both games on home ice. If they want to have any chance of upsetting the Bruins, they're going to have to win at least minimum one game at TD Garden. Will it happen? Only time will tell. These two teams only met once in the playoffs. That was back in 1996. The Panthers actually won that series 4-1 en route to their first and only Stanley Cup final appearance. I predict the Big Bad Bruins are going to come away with the first round series victory.
Me too.
All right, that was easy. Next matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs are taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Me too.
For the second straight year, the Lightning won the playoff series last year 4-3. This year, the Leafs won the season series, 2-1. My prediction are the Leafs are going to finally get off that schneid and move on to the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2004. What about you?
Me too.
All right. I guess that's only two words that she knows how to say. Carolina Hurricanes, the best team in the Metropolitan, won their division, and they are taking on the New York Islanders. The Hurricanes won the season series 3-1. The only time these two teams made the playoffs and played against each other, or it was in 2019 in the East semifinals. The Hurricanes came away with a 4-0 sweep en route to their Eastern Conference final appearance. My prediction are the Hurricanes, a very strong team, all down the forward position, down the defensive side, and between Anderson and Renta. I believe their goaltending should get them over the hump. What do you think?
I think the Nye.
New York Islanders are going to win?
And YI.
There we go. So this is where we break off when it comes to our predictions. So at least one of us will be right on the second round of the playoffs. Now the most intriguing matchup on the eastern side has to be the New Jersey Devils taking on the New York Rangers. The Devils won the season series 3-1. These teams have actually met 6 times prior to this one in the postseason. The first time was back in 1992. The Rangers won that series 4-3. In 94, they won their series again 4-3. And then following that matchup, they beat the Canucks in the Stanley Cup final en route to winning the Stanley Cup. In 97, the Rangers won that series 4-1. In 2006, the Devils finally got their revenge, sweeping the Rangers 4-0. In 2008, they met up yet again. The Rangers won that series 4-1. And in 2012, I remember this series just like it was yesterday. The Devils won that series 4-2 when Adam Henrique scored the overtime winner, sending the Devils to the Stanley Cup final. Even though the Rangers are a very good team, they're deep down the middle. They're deep all around. Like, this is just a terrific team all together. And especially with the addition of Patrick Kane and Vladimir Tarasenko, I could see them pulling off a victory. But my prediction says that the New Jersey Devils are going to come away with the series victory. Pretty easy. There we go. Now, moving on to the Western Conference.
Ew.
The Vegas Golden Knights were the best team in the western side of the things. They are taking on the Winnipeg Jets. The Golden Knights actually won the season series 3-0. The only time these two teams met in the postseason was in Vegas' inaugural season back in 2017-2018, when these two teams met in the Western Conference Final. And despite losing Game 1 of the series, Vegas would win 4 straight games to eliminate the Winnipeg Jets, become Western champions, and move on to the Stanley Cup Final. The next matchup has the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Los Angeles Kings. Oh, I apologize. I better back up. Rewind. I predict that the Vegas Golden Knights are going to come away with the victory. I do apologize about that. Well, who do you think is going to win?
The Jets.
All right, the Jets. So just like the Hurricanes and Islanders series, we both predict two different teams on this aspect. So at least one of us will be right. Fantastic.
Get the predictions.
Yeah, I'll try not to do that for the next three matchups. So the Edmonton Oilers are taking on the Los Angeles Kings. These two teams split their season series 2 games apiece. What's very intriguing is the fact that these two teams now will have met each other 9 times in the postseason. The first time came back in 1982 when the Kings won the playoff series. I do apologize, 3-2. Back then it was just a best of 5.
Sorry, I yawned.
It's okay. I screwed up a few words, so it's okay. You can have a hiccup or two, or whatever the case may be. In 1985, the Oilers swept the Kings 3-0. In 1987, the Oilers won that series 4-1. The Kings got their revenge in 1989 when Wayne Gretzky joined them, beating his former team 4-3. In 1990, the Oilers swept the Kings yet again 4-0. In 91 and 92 respectively, the Oilers won both those series 4-2. And after the 92 playoffs, it took 30 years for them to reunite their playoff history as the Oilers won that hard-fought series 4-3 just a season ago. I believe this is going to go down to 6 or 7 games yet again. These two teams are pretty equal. Obviously, McDavid is out of this world, but I mean, it is possible that the Kings can stop him once in a while. I'm going to make my prediction, and I think the Oilers are going to come away with yet another victory.
Me too.
All right, there we go. The Colorado Avalanche are taking on the Seattle Kraken. Where did I put my paper? There it is. For Seattle actually won the series, which is shocking, 2-1. Seattle's only in their second season as a franchise, and they made their first Stanley Cup playoff appearance. They only had 60 points last year. They had a 40-point improvement. Therefore, they are in the wild card spot. The Avalanche are the defending Stanley Cup champions. They're looking to try to go back-to-back. I believe the Avalanche are just that better. No disrespect to the Kraken, but just look at the roster and obviously the history. I can easily see the Avalanche taking this series. What about you?
Avalanche too.
Cool. And the last matchup.
Dallas and Minnesota.
There we go. These two teams. Where are we at here? So the Dallas won the season series 2-1. Rewind. Sorry. I apologize. These two teams have split their season series. 2 games apiece. And the only time these two teams met in the postseason was 2016 when the Dallas Stars took down the Wild 4-2. And I could very well see that same thing happening. I don't see Dallas sweeping or winning this in 5, but I do think they will win this playoff series. What about you?
I took the Wild.
Took the Wild?
Yeah.
So in 3 series, we each predicted the opposite team would win. So at least one of us is guaranteed to have one team correct that's moving on to the semifinals, whether it's West or East, respectively. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time.
The prediction at the end. Remember?
What?
You should tell their
Oh, okay, so I apologize. So let me do a quick recap. So I predicted the Hurricanes, Devils, Bruins, Maple Leafs, Avalanche, Stars, Vegas, Golden Knights, and the Edmonton Oilers will all be moving on. And you?
the Islanders, Devils, Boston, Toronto, and Avalanche, Wild, and Jets, and Bruins.
There we go. So, did I forget anything else?
The outro.
There
Just
isn't.
say bye.
There is no outro. I was just saying thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, take care of you. You want to say goodbye? There we go. All right. See you.